Okay, my name is Dale Evans. I'm a watercolor painter, oil painter, acrylic painter, and an occasional pastel painter, but not very often, I must confess. So I love doing landscapes, places that I've grown up in, the things that are familiar to me. That's what really motivates me as far as painting, to see something very familiar in a new way. That's what I'm trying to do. And also to get other people to enjoy what I'm doing too. So.
My name is C.J. Niehaus, and I'm a clay artist. I think I have a hard time saying I'm a potter, strictly, but I love the pot. I love vessels that we use and we put in our hands and put to our mouths and have in our homes.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Kay Buckman, and I am a visual artist. I live and work in Chicago.
I'm Herb Eaton. I'm a Bloomington-based artist. I focus on making paintings and sculpture.
Hi, my name is Carol Burkle, and I'm in the Preserving Parklands exhibition.
Well, my name is Bethany Carlson. I am an artist and teacher living and working in Peoria, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Ian Crawley. I'm an artist in McLean County, originally from London, England.
My name is Erin Furimsky, and I'm in the Near and Far exhibition.
My name is Susan Emerson, and I am an artist showing here at McLean County Arts Center.
My name is Tammy Rubin, and I'm a ceramic sculptor, and I currently live in Champaign-Urbana, Illinois.
My name is Evelyn Young. I live in Leroy, Illinois. I started quilting about 16 years ago as my youngest was going off to college.
My name is Dawn Gettler. I'm an installation artist in Peoria, Illinois.
My name is Jason Patterson. I'm an artist. I'm mostly a history painter. The work that I do predominantly is about African American history, but it's a little broader than that. I'd say most of it's that, but I really stick to American history, and I usually present that through portraiture.
My name is Jason Roblondo. I live in Bloomington, Illinois, and Chicago. I work at Illinois State University. I teach photography, and I'm a photographer, and I've worked as a professional photographer for maybe 12, 15 years.
So wait, I'm just going to say my name's Carmen Loza. I live in Bloomington, Normal, and I'm a glass artist.
Yes.
Okay.
I appreciate the opportunity to show this work at McLean County Arts Center because it is about this region, although it speaks to many larger issues, but allows for a dialogue with members of this community on many different levels.
After I graduated, I worked for the Arts Center teaching a painting class, and always stayed in touch. But essentially it's one of those true community treasures that as an artist, I think there are a number of us who have stayed here, and it's one of the best things about staying here is the Arts Center. So it really does connect us to a whole nother audience that's outside the academic world, and it means a lot to me. It means quite a bit, and I'm just really happy to be involved to this degree of showing a body of work at this point in time. So I'm very appreciative of that.
I got my degree in art at Illinois State and have been out of the art scene all the time I was working. I retired about 11 years ago and got back into painting, and have been enjoying painting on my own and showing here at the Art Center and being on the exhibition committee. It's been a great time. and I've only started. I'm hoping I'll be able to continue for some time dealing or working with the Art Center.
I'm Allison Harris. I live here in town, and I'm a physics professor at ISU. So doing art is a nice diversion from what I do most of the day. And yeah, I found the Art Center when I moved here 5 years ago. It was one of the first things that I looked for, was a place where I could do ceramics. I had done a little bit of it in high school and then some off and on in the years since, and really wanted to find another place where I could do some of that.
I'm Joyce Anderson. I've lived here all my life since college. Went to Wesleyan and then ISU about 3 times for 3 master's degrees, and then on to teaching at ICC. Yeah, one in education, one in interior design, and one in art history. And eventually, I was an elementary teacher here first, but eventually I got a degree in art history, master's degree, and started teaching at Illinois Central College. And so I taught there for 22 years. And, you know, just loved it. And then after that, I retired and decided I had to quit sitting on the couch and doing nothing but reading. And so I volunteered around town, and I just didn't get any fulfillment from any of the volunteer jobs that I did. And so I finally decided I would sign up for painting at the McLean County Art Center. And I had never painted in my life. After teaching 22 years of art history, I had never picked up a brush in my life. I'd always wanted to and just never got around to it, I guess. So about 5 or 6 years ago, I took my first painting class here, and I have a funny story to tell you about my first night, if I could. I was very frustrated because I couldn't do well, and I was complaining, and just so upset that I couldn't do a masterpiece the first night. And Susan Holofield, who became a friend of mine at the time, I had just met her that night in class, and I left early, and she said to Mike, well, we'll never see her again. And 5 years now, or 6, I've been coming, so.
Nice.
Well, because you get the expertise of people who are really good painters, and everybody has a different style. So it's nice to take different people for art too, to learn different styles. But I need suggestions and help all the time, and depend on that. If I painted at home, I wouldn't be learning much, I don't think.
I like the idea of creating something and starting from scratch and being creative in that process, and that happens both in the ceramics and then also in the research work that I do. And so I think there is some overlap there, but the art stuff and the ceramics kind of stretches my brain in a way that's different than what physics does and what my job does. So it allows me to do something outside of what I'm used to.
My name is Mardell Klassen. I started with the Art Center, went through the amateur arts competition, and I entered that in 2010. I'm still coming here. I'm taking art classes. Yes, I entered my photographs. After I retired in 2006, I started taking more photographs. I entered my photographs in 2010 and 11 and 12 and 13. 13 I tied for second, and then in 15 I won first. And then I had a photograph in the Parklands exhibition, and it sold, so that was giving me courage. This past year, I entered one of my paintings, and I won first place in adult painting, which was just astounding. I owe that to Dale C. Evans, I think. But it's just been a wonderful experience. The artists that teach us are so full of passion, and that's contagious, and the classes are warm and welcoming, and the students are supportive. It's just been a wonderful experience for me. It's really enriched my life.
What have I taken? I've been taking classes pretty much nonstop since I moved here 5 years ago, so oftentimes I will take the summer off, do some traveling and other things, but pretty much during the regular academic year I'm here around the clock as far as the classes go. So I think you guys offer 2 classes usually per semester, so I take them all.
Well, of course, as I said, I had never been to a museum in my life. My parents didn't take me. I had no art classes anywhere along the way because I went to a very small school. And so, of course, the art history, just learning about all the famous artists and seeing the different techniques they had. I taught everything from the beginning, you know, early art clear through the Renaissance and all up to the 21st century, end of the 20th century. And and learning the stories of the artists, their backgrounds and all the interesting things about their life and how they viewed art and life in general. And then, well, this, of course, is also meeting friends here, making friends that I had never seen before, and I needed to make some new friends, and I did. But you're just, to me, it's a struggle, but it's a good struggle because it's something I want to do, and I want to get better, so I guess I'll be here forever. Right. And we do support each other, and we boost each other's morale, and there's some really good painters in there. I'm not one of them, but there are plenty of really good painters in there, and of course the people that teach it, Mike and Doug and others, are very, very, very talented, so that inspires me.
It's always rewarding to find out you've got talent. As a child, I did a lot of drawing, but I didn't, it was the 40s and 50s, we didn't have art in school. So, and the young adult, I maybe done a few oil paintings. Middle-aged, I did a few watercolors. But after retirement's when I've really gotten into everything.
So I think definitely inspires creativity. So I'm an engineer. A lot of my thinking is very structured. When I started taking classes here, I was very structured with how I thought about ceramics. I used to measure, I used to cut precision stuff, and it's allowed me to evolve into a much more looser way, much more organic evolution of the pieces I make. Helps me like not let myself force the material, rather let the material try to tell me what it needs to be. So taught me a lot around those things. So how it influences other parts of my life, I think we go find ceramic places anywhere we go when we're traveling. Obsessed with ceramic shows on TV and YouTube. Really gotten into, I had never had a formal art training, so this really got me into art. It was intimidating for me earlier, and allowed me to be a part of the world, allowed us to form a lot of beautiful friendships in the community, find like-minded people, so it's been great.
Well, it's a struggle for me, and I get very frustrated if I can't do it very well, which of course I don't always do it that way. But it's not relaxing to me. It's as you know, it's a struggle every time, and I get very upset if I can't do it the way I think it should look. But in the end, when I do have a fairly successful painting, then I'm really proud.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see other people's art and see what they're doing. I mean, I get to see a lot of different things in the class that I take, and there's a lot of good talent out there and things that other people do, and that's always fun to learn from them. But coming to the shows at the Art Center, you get to see what some more professional people do, and you get new ideas, and you learn from that, and things that give you inspiration. So yeah, and even when it comes to looking at paintings and photography in the shows, that can also be inspiring for, you know, colors that you want to use or ideas that you want to put onto your ceramics. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the Art Center is such a great resource, and the cost for the classes is very, very reasonable, I feel like. And it's very accessible. I like that it's sort of in the evenings and you can kind of come and go and do that. And now with the open studio policies that are here, it also gives you some more flexibility. And it's been really fun. I've become really good friends with a lot of the people that take the class pretty regular, and we get together outside of class and we do other things. And that's been a really nice perk of joining the Art Center and getting to see what happens here. Yeah, it is. It's sort of a community, and you meet people and the network grows from there. And everybody has such good ideas about things and is always very open about sharing those ideas. Yeah, I mean, we share YouTube videos back and forth. Hey, have you seen this? And you should check this out. And this is something you might want to try because I know it's the style that you like or whatever. So Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. I hope to keep doing it for many, many years to come, although my house is getting very full of art pieces at this point. So my family is tired of me giving them away, I think, but that's all right.
Well, I think when we create, we're close to God and we're closest to ourselves than we are at any other time, really. And I think I've learned not to be quite as much of a perfectionist, not to be so self-critical, to dare to do the things I don't think I can do, and just try to be free and create, and not worry about replicating something, but just create something. I just feel, I thought, well, maybe I'd get teary when I start talking about how much the Art Center means to me, because I start choking up when I talk about it, so, because it's really meant the world. It's really been wonderful. And everybody is so kind and wonderful.
Thank you.